If I were to go back to your individual high schools and poll all of your teachers that you had, what would they say that you were like as a student?
As a student or a person?
Both, I guess.
Dang it.
What were you like in high school? Like, what would your teachers say, though? It's not from the perspective of your friends.
My teachers would say that I was nice and very sociable. I had a pretty easy high school life.
Oh. Why is that?
I got decent grades. I had a lot of friends. I was really involved.
Did you like high school? Would you go back?
Would I go back to high school? Yeah. I would go back and change some things that I think everybody would. Like I would change the way I related to some people. But yeah, high school was fine.
So you didn't get bullied and shoved into lockers like I thought?
Why would you think that I got bullied?
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Maybe the rolled up pants.
Probably the.
I always wore
probably
rolled up
the
pants.
Basketball shorts underneath
Yeah.
the jeans.
But everybody else
Pretty
was
much
wearing
all the reasons we
basketball
bully
shorts
you.
under jeans. What's wrong with my rolled up
Nothing. I'm
pants?
just kidding.
I like the slippers personally.
They're not slippers, they're clogs.
What
Well,
brand
he
is that?
brings,
Halflingers.
just in case all the viewers want to know,
Halflingers.
he literally wears different shoes to the office and then changes them into clogs.
These are so comfortable.
That's like such a grandpa thing to do.
If I had a grandpa, I would hang out with him a lot. But I
You
don't.
just do all the
So
same things as him already.
Thanks for bringing
Maybe
that
he's
up.
like-
You've
with
got
you
a
in
dad
spirit.
the age of a grandpa?
He's not that old.
Yeah,
He's-
soak it
He's
up.
the same age as my grandpa.
He's 75 years young.
Yeah, my grandpa's 76.
Oh, my parents are celebrating their anniversary today, so shout out to my
Aw.
parents.
Oh my God.
So many-
On the day of Kayla's birth?
Kayla.
There are so many dates on this day.
Today is the day.
Once we actually
It's
start the episode, we're
Jossie's
going to
mom-
sing to Kayla.
It is Jossie's
can't.
mom's birthday.
It is
My birthday.
Ellie Lorilla's birthday.
Dang, girl.
And
Slay queen.
Peter's parents' anniversary.
There's a lot going on
So many.
right
So
before
many things.
MLK weekend.
My birthday was always the worst for high school because it's like right when you end your first semester.
Last
you
day
would
of
always be at
classes.
finals.
You
There
had
would always be
semesters
finals.
You
in
probably
high
like
school?
cared about finals. I didn't even know we had
Oh, we had like
finals.
as a semester. Yeah, we had. Oh, there it goes back to high school.
I didn't even know we had
I was gonna say
finals.
it like 100% depends on the class.
Can you tell us
because-
what you did to the person in class? That's
Well,
mostly
okay,
why
when I
asked.
cut Skip's sweatpants with my scissors from my pencil box, that wasn't in high school. I wasn't bringing a pencil box to school in high school.
Oh, when
Maybe
was
you
that?
and they
should've.
probably didn't even let me bring scissors to school by then. Not to
already knew
mention,
you at that
clearly
point.
I didn't bring a bag into high school.
What?
Why would I be carrying around extra weight?
Wow. Okay.
You didn't bring your backpack to school?
Okay, look.
You carried
School
your backpack
was
to every
not a
class.
priority to me.
Did everyone not bring a backpack or just you?
Mostly just me. Like, it wouldn't have had what I needed in it, which is probably the assignments that were due that day. And all I needed for my class was some scratch paper and a 8-pack of Crayolas. So why would I
You
bring?
were taking notes.
Okay,
with
you know
an
what I did
8-pack
have though? I'd have
Crayola.
like an over-the-shoulder sling filled with stuff like hacky sacks and like notes to my friend Lissy. Like,
Shout out Lissy.
I literally don't. I think half my teachers didn't know who I was because I probably never came to that class, and the other half like liked me a lot because I would be like super engaged because it's a topic I enjoy. But I spent most of my time just like as a TA.
And you attended the University of Wisconsin-Madison.
Well, the thing is, I was just like the Lord of Leisure. I was just good at like getting
The Lord
out
of
of.
Leisure.
I was just good at getting out of like the
That's like an
confines
epic
that all these
nickname.
neurodivergent kids like had a hard time. I was like, I'll probably just not. I'll be over here.
You were self-aware enough to recuse yourself of certain
and
situations,
do you know
which
who
is why
liked
your
me?
teachers
The
appreciated
hall
you.
monitors
Yeah.
liked me.
Well, you also have a good personality where I feel like some
true.
people that are like class clowns are just like douchebags.
I got into so much trouble. Like I literally spent most of my time in junior high sitting on the floor in the hallway at Southview Middle School in Edina because like the teacher didn't know what to do with me and I was disrupting the learners.
Middle school's tough, though.
Middle school is tough.
Middle school is tough. I think I
like
got
a weird-
I got detention twice in high school.
I would never want to be a middle school teacher.
They do the Lord's work.
Seriously, like it's like such an awkward transition phase where you just like don't know who you are. and
Hormones
there's some
are
kids
going
like
bananas.
doing drugs.
Smell bad.
There's some kid doing drugs, and
Kids
there's some
smell
people who
bad.
don't know what drugs are. like me.
There's such a wide range of students
So
in
wide.
middle school.
When they're like, developmentally, there's so many different places. Like some kids can study for tests and some kids like don't even know they're at school.
I was sitting in my 8th grade class, and this girl behind me was asking this boy to come to her party because they would have cocaine at it. And in my like 13-year-old brain, was like, first of all,
Was it like a
what's
pixie stick?
cocaine?
Were you in
Was it?
juvie?
And was it actually a pixie stick
No,
though?
Lakeville. I feel like Lakeville had some weird middle schoolers. A kid got tased in the middle of the school because he brought like a knife.
That's public school for you.
Yeah.
Cocaine and tasers.
Cocaine and tasing. Classic.
In middle school. That's insane.
That was in middle school, yes.
In middle school, my friends and I still played football in a neighbor's yard.
I know. In this class, I was sitting there and I was like, there's someone my age that's like into drugs? Like, I didn't even know what drugs were.
What happened to just
We had
say,
DARE programs,
Just say
so we were
no.
aware of drugs. We knew about drugs.
Okay. I probably knew about drugs, but at the same time, I was like,
Yeah,
how
that
did
was just like
how did you
for
get
people at
them?
other schools. Yeah.
What was the acronym DARE? What did it actually stand for? It was like
Don't-
Drug Awareness Resource
awareness,
Education.
drug awareness, resistance, education.
Shout out Nancy Reagan.
The whole is all worth it if you got the picture with the officer in your T-shirt.
Officer friendly. Did you guys have officer friendly?
I think
Yeah.
I did.
Everybody did.
Who would just
When did
randomly
you do
bring
DARE,
a
though? I think I did it in like fourth
Fifth grade.
Okay, it was it was in elementary
grade.
school. I was gonna say I feel like they shouldn't do DARE when you're in 5th grade because like
I mean, I feel like they're
they should
introducing
do like
kids,
a little bit older.
They're like introducing kids to it early. Like
That's what that
ooh,
is.
That sounds
that
appealing.
is
Like
an
a kid
argument.
wants that shit. Like
That is
yes.
an argument of against DARE, and
That's
like,
what I'm
some
saying. Like
kids
you
don't
tell a
even know
4th grader,
drugs
like
are.
you can take this substance and have the best time ever.
Yeah.
Like okay, I want that.
and then they
Cool,
show
I
you a
wanna try.
mugshot of
Someone
someone
with
who's
no teeth.
addicted, and they try to
This
scare
is your
you.
brain on drugs.
It is drug abuse resistance education.
Resist. 5th grade was also the year that we got the anatomy discussion at a Catholic school,
Oh my
which
God.
was hilarious.
We had to go in 5th grade. We had to go into separate rooms. It was a girls' room and a boys' room.
Girls and
like,
boys got split
You
up.
like learned about the other person. You like learned like
It's a
it was-
2-day.
it was
It's a
weird.
2-day.
Yep, it was weird. I do remember that. Also, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, 5th grade is when I peaked. I was the student council president, and
What?
You peaked in
Dude,
5th
I
grade and
did.
learned about cocaine in 6th grade.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
You
when
knew-
my
life
you
went
knew about
downhill.
cocaine before junior high.
You had to be the student council president. You had to give a speech in front of the whole class, and we're in 5th grade, so it's like a bunch of 10-year-olds. I don't know how many of you are in 5th grade, but they told you had to give a 3-minute speech, and everybody else gave like a 30-second one. I memorized my whole speech. I gave a full 3-minute one, and everyone voted for me. It was the best day of my life.
I'd want somebody well prepared and organized to run for
This kid that was kind of weird, he came up to me afterwards and he was like, I only voted for you because of your speech. And I was like, thanks.
That must have been so validating. Like,
It
I wonder
was.
what it would have been
Dude.
like to even write a speech, let alone be able to memorize it or give it to the school.
I also wonder what I wrote about because, like, what do you say you're going to, like, you have to say what you're going to, like, change in the school. Like, what were people so... What did I say that I was going to change that would like inspired people?
Can you find a copy of your
You've
5th
gotta
grade
have a copy.
student council president speech?
Your
Doubt
parents
that I have
might.
one. Maybe my mom does keep a lot of stuff. Anyways, if you want to ask my teachers in high school, they probably don't remember who I am.
Yeah, and mine would be like she wasn't
was
there much.
very
She wasn't in
quiet.
class a lot.
I did not raise my hand. Those discussion things where you had to get graded if you like participated, I would
Oh my
always
gosh.
get Fs, and I would get such good grades in other things. I
I
would
raised my
never
hand
join.
to answer every question. The teacher would be like, anyone else?
So
Anyone else? And I wasn't just like, I was like literally standing on my desk, like just fucking pick me.
just call on me.
I'm the only one who's ready to answer this.
Everybody else is sitting here silent.
You know, it happened once a week to be like the one time I read the work at home the night before, and then I would want to
They
make sure
wouldn't
she
call
knew.
on you.
So I'd answer like every question the next day, and then hope they didn't notice I was there the like next 6 days.
There's no way around. On top of the mound, I'm queen of the mountain. My cup runneth over. I already told ya, I'm moving fast. You live in the past.
before I ask 1,000 questions about the rest of your guys' school careers, we'd like to take a moment to say big time thank you to our sponsor, Dogwood Coffee. Everybody hoist your Rec League. We're all sipping on Rec League today because
Why we all choose Rec League?
Because I've already
Because
had
before
3 cups of
noon.
coffee.
But Rec League is the one that's a third of caffeine.
That's
I
what I
know.
was saying. We could have done full
Yeah.
Zamboni today.
But, so I had a cup of coffee this morning with Laura, and then I had a Celsius, and then I got here, and I've already had one of the Rec Leagues. So this way I can have 3 of them. So we're going to
fair.
pour one in for our homies, not out for our homies. We're going to pour one in for our homies.
You really should have done that into the microphone.
He's usually doing it for the camera.
Pouring.
Yeah.
No
Would've made a
cheers?
Nice noise. I literally almost already drank my whole thing. So
Me too.
Happy
Give you an
birthday,
air
Kayla.
cheers. Oh God.
Jossie, are you
Happy
ready?
birthday, Kayla.
Oh no.
Happy
Jossie's
birthday
mom.
to you.
Stop singing
Cha
happy
cha
birthday.
cha. Happy
This
birthday
is going out on the day after my
to
birthday.
you. Cha cha cha. Happy birthday, dear Kayla. And Jossie's mom and Ellie Larilla. Happy birthday to you.
So, like,
Kayla,
what's going on like 10 months ago from now? What month is it?
Oh.
It's like the first day of spring or something?
are
Isn't
we
it-
are we really
are you trying to
doing the
figure out-
conception schedule right now?
Well, I'm just considering
Isn't it-
we could barely fit all the names in the birthday song.
Yeah, apparently.
There's another one
I
that's, like, literally-
never meet people that have January birthdays, so I feel like that's kind of rare. Actually, except my grandma, my sister-in-law, and Jake's
Okay,
mom.
everybody, all my parents are January. January is so stressful
Actually?
because it's like right after the holidays.
I know, I hate it.
So you already booked up November and December visiting people, and then they all got birthdays in January.
I hate having a January birthday. It's the worst.
Everybody's
Also,
hungover
it's
from the fun
coldest
season.
month of the year.
Yeah, everything's brutal about
Like,
it.
Jake's birthday is in July, and it's like the best.
I know everybody's ready to chill and party all the time.
Yeah.
And in the summer, like I haven't left my house since last pod recording,
When's your birthday?
Damn.
April.
Oh,
April
you like
4th.
that?
Ew.
I mean, it's okay. Like some years it's 75 and sunny, and it snowed at 10
And it's
inches
like-
in the morning.
Oh.
That's fair.
But I'm usually out of town on my birthday.
I
It's
was gonna say, I
usually
feel like
spring break.
Most of the time, April is like when it starts being warmer, so that's kind of good.
Some birthdays are great. Some are like still winter, but usually I try to travel on my birthday.
I was
good
born
for
in the
you.
middle of a snowstorm, apparently, and I couldn't go. I had to go home in like a little onesie where I looked like a bunny, and it was like super thick.
Cute.
So basically, I just think like cold months are lame.
So those are 2 things from your childhood that we need to find now. We need to find your 5th grade student council president speech and a photo of you wearing
And
the bunny
next
onesie.
week, I will give the entire 3-minute speech.
Wait, really?
No,
I want
don't
to
have
know.
it.
Like I'd probably.
I really
vote for
do
you.
want to know. I genuinely want to know what I
I do too.
promised the 5th grade class of JFK.
Hi, I'm Kayla Jo Front, and as student council president, I will. You probably picked like real things too. Like
thing
I'll
is-
extend
the
the
thing
lunch
is-
She
hour.
probably didn't even.
5
She probably didn't even
minutes.
mention the freaking vending
Recess.
machines.
No, it was probably like something
Full sugar
legitimate.
sodas.
No, I also I was afraid to do things wrong as a child. So like if they told me to give a 3-minute speech, I'm
You weren't
like,
going 258.
cannot
Doing a
let it be
3-minute speech,
shorter
bro.
than that.
The sweat anxiety was due to maybe going 301.
Yeah, like I'm like, oh no, it's way too long. They're never gonna vote for me now.
Do you sweat a lot as a kid, Jossie?
Well, no, I'm imagining Kayla was the day that she gave the 3-minute speech. Like
That's
she
a
probably
lot of
spent the
pressure.
whole night before memorizing
You're
that
a sweaty
speech.
person, huh?
I am.
I would have just
Nice.
like just winged that.
Oh yeah, I think a lot of kids did. I think everyone else gave like a 30-second speech.
I would have
That's why
made it 3
won.
minutes, but
Did
it would have
every
been.
kid have to give the speech?
No, you
can
chose
opt
when
to
to
speak or
run
not.
for it.
So we all participated in the spelling bee in 5th grade, and one of my
Oh.
best friends since childhood, Mark, did not want to do the spelling bee in front of everybody. Mark just like did
Spelling-
not want to do the public
Imagine if you had to
thing.
do it with his arms.
So he intentionally spelled his first, because we all competed in class, and then you would move on to the all-school spelling bee. And he intentionally misspelled his first word.
Buzz.
It was not buzz, but it was something I knew he knew how
Like
to
a very
spell.
basic word.
And he, Mrs. Quas said wrong. and he went, yes, and like jogged back to his desk, and she was not happy with
No,
him.
why are you
Oh,
trying
God.
to like? What you got? Somebody betting on this?
Well, and
Throw the
He
game.
rigged-
Throws
he's
the
throwing
spelling
it.
bee.
And looking back on it, I was like, we definitely should have had the option to not
not
participate
participate.
in the all-school spelling bee or
Yeah,
in
if
the
it's the
all-class
entire
spelling bee. Like,
school-
I don't want to do this.
Yeah, that feels unfair. I mean, I also was really mad. Did your classes or schools make you do a play?
Yes.
Sixth grade?
In
No.
8th grade.
Oh, so mine made a student in 6th grade, but right before I got there, they cut it, and I was so pissed because I was like,
Really?
it's something I don't have to try out for.
Finally, I'm going to be in a play.
I could have been in it.
Finally, I'm going to be in a play. We did a play in my 5th grade class. My teacher had a vision, and she spent like a majority of time, it felt like, in 5th grade trying to execute like this play.
She always wanted to be like on Broadway.
This is the
so she's
class
like,
I
this
had with Justin Gard. He had a lead role, but we spent
course
like,
he did.
We spent like a lot of 5th grade working on this play. We got like a quarter of the way through the script and never performed it.
That teacher, she's like, I hate teaching or figuring out things.
She's like, I just want to be I just want to be a director.
I just want to be a director.
This is my dream.
Yeah, she got this class full of me, Justin Gard, like a few others like us.
Chatty
She's like, this is
Cathy's.
my group. This is my group.
This is my group. They all want to be on
They're
stage.
all unicorns.
In their own. Do Christmas programs count? As like things
well,
you don't
they didn't
have
even
to try
have
out
Christmas
for?
programs.
Well, no, because I feel like you had to do choir stuff like in elementary school. Like
I
you
also
had
went to
do,
Catholic school, so Christmas was a big deal for us. Like we reenacted
You were
the
baby
3
Jesus.
wise men. I
Yeah,
was not baby
no,
Jesus.
No. They didn't mention any wise men at
No.
the public school Christmas time.
No.
Nope. We all
Where'd
lined
you go
up
to
in the
public
church.
school when you were a child?
I went to Edina.
Okay, okay.
I went to Concord and Southview.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to JFK, John F. Kennedy. Also, they called it jail for kids.
Yeah, well, it is. I mean, it is.
And I always
That's
thought
what it felt like,
funny.
pretty much.
Jail
That's what
for
people called it
kids.
in Lakeville, jail for kids.
It is.
I also loved it because it was my initials mixed around. So I thought of it as myself instead of John F. Kennedy.
You thought of jail for kids as yourself. How do you guys think you would function in jail?
Oh, that's a good cold open. I feel like Josh
Federal
would
or
be really
state?
good
Federal,
in jail.
state.
How
or
do you know I haven't been
I
to
think
jail?
you would be really
How do you know I
good.
have like, I have friends in jail?
I
You
always
would galvanize the inmates.
I always think that when people
Over
are
something
really
ridiculous.
easy
We'd
to get
have a
along
powwow.
with, that they'd be really good in jail. Because Jossie would just like become
Make
like she'd be like
friends.
the friends with like the toughest.
I'd be helping like
chick.
like I'd take the one lady, she'd have all the food, and I'd be separating it and giving it to all the
You'd
kids.
be the one to organize a jailbreak over not having
we
gluten-free
would
options
definitely
in the
try to
cafeteria.
jailbreak, but we would probably have like a good game of kickball.
You would be the one organizing
bring
little
David
games.
Magic.
Once I got
David
hungry,
Magic.
it'd be once I got hungry, it'd be jailbreak because I wouldn't be busy eating whatever they offered. I'd need
Fruit
something
cocktail
else.
and a turkey sandwich.
It'd be pastrami probably.
I don't
wouldn't-
think you get pastrami in jail.
You'd like organize like peace between like the big bad people.
I
and,
feel like I
the-
She would not
would.
organize peace.
Yes,
She
I would.
would.
I mean,
you
I
would,
would make it
you
fun.
would incite the
No.
most adorable prison riot because it would be something that was like non-violent but with a
I
lot of
would.
energy.
I love the sentence. You'd incite the most adorable prison riot.
Prison
It'd be
riots can be
very
adorable.
You know, and I would probably spend a lot of time getting jacked.
Getting jacked.
Yep.
She'd beat Adam Klingel.
I would be so jacked.
Her main goal in life is to be the most jacked at YHH.
I'd probably actually get asked by the guards to sit out in the hallway. A fair
I'd
amount.
be like, we can't handle this anymore.
You're disrupting the prisoners. If you could please,
We don't want to put you in solitary confinement, but you got to get out.
if you could please
Get
sit
out.
in the hallway until further notice, and then they forget about me.
And then you could just leave.
That's when I would do the
I
prison
also
break.
feel like you'd be really good friends with the guards.
That's the thing. Like
Probably.
somehow the guards would be like, "Come on, like let's go."
Yeah.
Let's go on a
Sneak
field
out.
trip.
I would convince the guards to probably
Yeah.
sneak out.
I feel like Peter might get beat up, but
You know, I think I would too. Because I'm so devastatingly handsome. But I do
that's
not.
mostly why they
I
feel
think I'd be
threatened by your
really.
good look.
I would be really. I would not function well in jail.
No.
I
Would you shave your facial hair
No,
before
I
you
feel
went or
like-
not?
Like
I think you have to. Don't? No, you don't have to.
You know why would you?
I
have
feel
to?
like they'd think like your sarcasm was like they
I
wouldn't
I wouldn't be sarcastic in jail.
Okay,
I would be.
that's
I would
fair.
be quiet.
I feel like you'd
You're just a people
accidentally
pleaser,
be
just-
sarcastic.
I would be
though.
very quiet in jail. I think
Me
if I
too.
was there for a little while, I think they'd
Yeah, like,
get
how
to know
long we-
me and
how
like
long we
me,
talking
but
about this?
I'd
day.
probably just like cry myself to sleep every night, not eat, you know.
No, I
just
think you would-
absolutely despondent.
I think you
Like,
guys would be okay. I think you'd be okay, Kayla.
I'd
You'd
be like, this new place is so fun.
You'd
only
be
thing
the
I'd
jail
be-
council president.
Because I gave it 3 minutes.
Yes, you would probably quickly become
No,
like
I'd probably lead like
organized
craft
leader.
time or
Yeah,
something.
like you'd have like a full
Probably,
day
yeah.
of activities for everyone.
I would like that. I would like to organize activities for people.
You'd be like Red in Shawshank Redemption, the person who can get things. If those things were art supplies.
I was like, I don't know if I could get anything.
Cocaine.
Can you get me contraband? No, but I can get you a paintbrush.
You want to paint with me?
Oh my God! Please, solitary confinement. Please.
Paint with me.
You want to? I like beg people in real life to do arts and crafts with me. So
It's very
What's the difference?
rehabilitative.
Should we do hockey?
yeah,
reason
maybe
we're here.
Maybe.
Yeah. I know, Kayla, you got big birthday plans today, so we want to.
We gotta get outta here.
Huge birthday.
We gotta get
plans.
outta here.
I've just got so many friends. I had to split it up into like multiple days.
Oh,
That's
so-
why tomorrow I'm driving.
You have so
If you're not
many.
celebrating your birthday for like 2 to 4 weeks advance and
Yeah.
after, you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
I don't celebrate my birthday.
I decided the best way
There's
to
no
celebrate
prize.
my birthday was to drive in a 15-passenger van to Hibbing tomorrow. Actually,
That
with
would
all
be-
my closest
I was gonna say,
friends.
actually, that sounds like my dream. Just to like hang out with all you guys and go watch hockey.
Are you coming to Hibbing?
And nobody even mentioned it.
You
Okay.
should have.
I just know because the thing is that I'm like in this separate pool. Like, oh, she has kids and has like responsibilities. So
Yeah.
I don't get caught doing it. I don't have to like.
Well, it's also something we like. You probably don't need because
what am I
I
gonna
don't
do?
think
Direct
so.
the band?
Yeah.
Literally every time I direct the band,
Yeah.
there's no band.
It'd be like
Okay.
a waste of your time.
I mean, I want to be there. Here's the thing: I do want to be there.
Okay. So we won't
But
tell
I-
you about singing songs as a van.
That's the thing.
or
I
passing
imagine you
around
guys are gonna have the best
snacks
effing
or-
time
See,
in the
but
world.
the reason but like, we want you to be there because you're the one who leads the fun stuff. So
The fun committee.
There's going to be a lot of
fun
phone looking.
Well, if
For
I
3
had,
hours.
yeah, probs.
yeah. Well, I think like maybe when my kids become more independent, like maybe I'll get included. But until then, I don't even hear about them.
Well, we will be getting back at like 3 a.m. probably.
Yeah,
so.
I need a full night of sleep or I cannot function. So I'd take a plane.
to Hibbing.
I'll teleport.
Yeah, a flight to Hibbing would probably be about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Probably.
I've got that kind of time.
How long was the flight to War Road?
know
know
to
that's double the
Warroad,
time,
it's just
so-
a little over an hour, but the flight to Thief River was about an hour.
Oh, you took a flight to Thief River Falls.
I have flown to Thief
Oh,
River
Deep River
twice.
Falls has got me all bummed out. They beat us in the
Why?
semifinals on
Oh.
Sunday morning.
Uh,
Damn them.
And Mandan.
Mandan
you lost to
twice.
you coach Edina and lost to Mandan and Thief River Falls.
Well, the whole idea was then I can come talk about it and help grow the game.
you can come talk. Like you told your team to lose.
No, we
kidding.
tried everything in our power to win.
Including that
We've
the
got
graphic.
the goal scorer graphic,
Yeah, the goal
the
scorer
affirmations, the
gal.
words of
Yeah.
affirmation,
This is just like you
a
being in
playlist.
prison.
Do you have your players write on the mirror in the morning?
I'm
with
trying to get them to do
lipstick?
this, but they're not.
She gave them all grounding mats.
Do you guys know
too.
what they did though?
Oh,
Do you know what they
grounding
did though?
mats.
They like Sam Balzer is an assistant coach. She sends a selfie to the team because she couldn't make it to Fargo.
Oh.
And one of the girls on the team was like, let's all make it our background. So they all like blew the picture up and every girl on the team had a big, huge picture of Sam on their phone all weekend.
That's the cutest.
Isn't
thing
that
I've
so
ever heard.
cute?
There's something I love, like little girl sports teams.
They
are
do
like
the best
The
stuff.
cutest thing ever.
That's the thing. We couldn't even, like, even if we didn't win a single game, like we would be
It'd
having
still
the
be
best
so
time
fun.
in the world. We
Yeah.
got,
That's awesome.
They all got necklaces with their names on them for their like
Aw.
gift, their swag bag. Because, you know, kids can't go to an out of town tournament without like a $75 swag bag of stuff.
My parents never bought me anything at a tournament.
I got a poster on my door that said my name and like the year, and now it's on my bedroom door.
Oh,
That's because little girls care way more about buying stuff. Like, and when I was a kid, I'd go to like the book fair and I'd be like, yeah, I bought this poster of this cat that's just hang in there.
I had
Oh, that's my favorite image. I
you
seriously, that's like,
100% went to the
I had
Scholastic
a
book fair and bought posters of
I had a
cats.
sticker that said it was a cat with crazy hair and it said cute but psycho and I made it my entire personality. I love
The hang in there cat though, like that like tugs at some of my like I can't sometimes
it's
like
so nostalgic.
I need that thing sometimes to remind
we
me.
should put that in this office.
You are the personification of like
Yes.
a G-rated Spencer's Gifts.
a hang
Pretty
in there
much.
cat. That
Claire's
we do, that's
would be
the only
the
thing this
option.
office is
I
missing.
feel like Claire's is the P or G-rated version of Spencer's.
They offer a great deal on ear piercing.
Claire's is the
Claire's,
definition of that.
yeah.
I got such. You could get also just like your parents would give you money to go to the book fair, and they'd like think that you'd buy a book,
Yeah.
but you'd just buy like
Why would you
pencil
buy a book?
toppers or like
Yeah.
sharpeners.
Why would you ever buy a book?
bookmarks?
I bought books.
Well, you must not have had the
He
section
probably
with Hello
bought
Kitty
like
shit.
he
'cause
probably bought like a documentary on some sports
like war
team.
history or
No,
something.
no.
World War II.
No,
Maybe.
Some sort of
Walter-
like graphic novel.
Matt Christopher was my thing. I'm not a comic book person.
Oh no, they call them graphic novels now.
I'm not a graphic novel person. I have friends that are big into superheroes and comic books, and God love them. I can't do
comic
superhero
books
movies at all.
are really hard. I love superhero.
I can't
I've
do it.
seen the entire Marvel 21 movie set twice fully through.
If there's not a chance that the main character
I
can
love
die
them.
at any point, I don't want to watch it.
Okay, but also I love like funny. Like Marvel does really funny movies. So
Okay, yeah, when there's like a humor, like some of the
What?
like some
also
of the
they're like
cartoon movies.
epic. I love cinematic stuff that makes you like get chills. That's what it does for me.
What's
I hate
the op-
comic books though.
What's the opposite of cynical?
Optimistic. No,
Yeah.
it's like not. No, it's like excited. No, yeah, like excited. Eager. No, what would be a good one? Like
Enthusiastic.
yeah, enthusiastic would be a good one.
The antonyms are gullible.
No,
That's
not
you.
True.
That's not
It's you in a
true.
I
nutshell.
am very gullible, but not
Gullible
hopeful,
and cats
optimistic,
posters.
trustful, unskeptical.
unskeptical, but that's a
good
stupid
one.
one. That like is a good one, but it's like stupid.
That's why I can't watch superhero movies, because I'm always like, you can't
Unskeptical.
fly.
What a dumb
You
Yeah.
can't fly.
People can't fly. That's so dumb.
Yeah, you're just like trying to ruin the magic. Like, how long did you believe in like the holiday magic?
Christmas wasn't fun for him
He still
until he
does.
was like he was like 7 and he's like done with Christmas.
Actually, yeah, I was done with Christmas at about.
You're like, this is BS.
You know what? It just didn't make sense to me. Some creepy
None of
guy
this
comes
makes
down my
sense.
chimney. That's weird.
This is weird.
It's ridiculous.
Why are we
I
supporting
would
this?
rather watch this VHS tape called NHL Power Players 15 times, which included little biographical sections on Brendan Shanahan and Sergei Fedorov and Pavel Bure and Joe Sakic and
Wait,
Patrick
these little
Waugh.
books like this big?
No, it's a VHS tape called NHL Power Players. It was produced by Fox. And I bought one on eBay a couple of years ago.
Classic. Did you buy a VHS? Do you have
Yeah.
a way to play a VHS?
I have a VHS player that I picked up at Goodwill.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get those at Goodwill if you want.
They're like, I just saw a TikTok where this person wheeled out a VHS like TV
Dude,
for their
hell
kids,
yeah.
and they gave them a box, and these kids were so excited because they didn't know it was like old technology. They're like, oh, you can put this thing in here and something plays.
The
Yeah, we
technology
did have
is
it pretty
incredible.
easy back then.
That's also genius because it like takes away the distractions of like giving a kid an iPad. It's like here's a box of VHS tapes and this TV. You can watch whatever you want.
I don't have that
I
kind
like
of
it.
like attention span. Movies
Oh,
Really?
are long.
Well, that ruins what I was going to suggest we do movie night and watch NHL Power
As long as you
Players
guys don't make me like pay
We'll
attention the
watch-
whole time.
in our
watch
matching tracksuits.
one superhero movie, one NHL Power Players, and something that Jossie picked.
What was your favorite VHS tape?
Well, it had to be like any Disney movie, probably.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
one though?
Well, I was really into let's see, like Pocahontas was a favorite. Little
Yes.
Mermaid. Little
Oh,
Mermaid was
yeah.
good.
Not a fan.
But what's the one that what are, like these newer ones are like so good, like the
They
Shreks
are.
and the Troll movies.
Wreck-It Ralph is my favorite child. This is my favorite movie.
I've never seen Wreck-It
It's
Ralph.
amazing.
What's the one where we got
Watch-
shark bait? NEWHA.
That's Nemo.
Nemo. Okay, the Nemo movie
Finding
is just
Nemo.
are like they're like
So
written for
good.
me.
I
So
just noticed that when I opened up the Google Doc that you said. One of the titles of our slide is Shark Bait New Haha.
I like that. Speaking of that, we should probably start considering we've been talking for 30 minutes already.
Oh, for God's
jeez.
sake. We've got stuff to do.
I thought that the 18-minute intro we had last week or 2 weeks ago was long. This one's beat it.
All
Yeah,
right,
we
gals,
gotta go.
I
We
gotta
gotta get moving.
make bolognese.
Well, shark bait. NEWHA. We'll start with it. Let's start with Sharkbait NEWHA.
Okay.
This is powwow. So your player of the week, from NEWHA honor roll this week, Sydney Antonakis.
The wow doesn't stand for anything.
The
right?
wow is just a word of
Like,
affirmation.
Player of the
wow.
week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's half acronym, half not.
Alrighty, our honor roll. Fire away, Jocelyn.
Okay, our honor roll. Sydney Antonakis scored Friday and Saturday last weekend.
Whoop.
Audrey Jackson for St. Anselm and Anna Jarilla scored twice on, I think, Saturday night. It might have been Friday. I'll fill you guys in next week on the bullshit review.
Okay.
We already did the Player of the Month stuff at the end of December, so we won't have any more Player of the Month stuff for a couple weeks. So the Palm Wow, Fom Wow, and Down Wow are irrelevant. But the Goalie of the Week, wow, honor roll this week. Nobody from Minnesota got the full-fledged award. They got
Gow Wow.
the Gow Wow goes to, well, I'll let you know, but okay, it goes to Lauren Larson. As we know, she was a goaltender of the month last month, right?
Yep.
And then Annika Lavender. I haven't seen her name actually
Really?
until Goalie of the Week. So she must have
Pride of Wayzata High School.
okay. So I haven't been seeing her name when I'm doing my Summit scores shutouts. So I would wonder how many games she's been that she got to play to be goaltender of the week.
Okay.
And then our Rookie of the Week. Wow. Honor roll, Ella Holm. And I've said her name probably 4 weeks now. And since I started even doing this, which hasn't been every week. So it could be more than 4 times.
She's super good. The whole Holm family is super athletic.
Well, it's fun to see her name every week in the Rookie of the Week. Wow.
Dude, hell yeah.
Sharkbait NEWHA.
I kind of like this. The pow wow, the gow wow, the row wow, the fom wow,
There's
the
a foul
pom
wow, a Dow wow. This is Goalie of the
Jones.
Week, Defense of the Week, Forward of the Week, Forward of the Month, Goalie of the Week,
I love it.
Rookie of the Week. I'm just going to keep this slide Sharkbait NEWHA up here because it's the NEWHA that does this, and there's a PDF release each week too. That's just 77 names, and most from our honor roll.
That's
Anyway,
awesome.
we're going to keep reporting on it.
Sharkbait NEWHA.
All right, so other news in the NEWHA. Okay, Franklin Pierce swept their weekend. Mackenzie Rich scored on Friday.
Fabulous.
Stonehill swept their weekend. Lily Geist scored on Friday.
Double fabulous.
Sacred Heart split their weekend with St. Anselm.
Nice.
Hold on, let me make sure I said that right.
'Kay.
Yeah, St. Anselm, they split their weekend. And the 3 scorers on Saturday were all Minnesotans. So let's see who they are. Sydney Antonakis, Audrey Jackson, Paige McNeil, Tyra Turner? Or
Tyra
Turner.
Tyra.
Tyra Turner. So that I thought was really fun. That was a 2-2 game, except for the fact that they finished their game in a tie, which is why? Okay. But thought it was super fun that it was
Have you ever met Tyra Turner?
No.
You and she would get along really well.
Put it on the list.
She's got spirit. She is a wonderful human being.
Okay, put it. Yeah, let's get her around.
She was beloved at Andover.
Was she?
She was. She got when the section final would be over and they would call every player's name because they get a medal or something, she would get the biggest cheer. She was never the leading scorer. So they just loved
her play? They just loved her?
Her attitude, her effort. She was.
Oh, that's so fun.
She was completely beloved.
That's super fun. Okay, so I don't even know where. Okay, 3 scores, the 2-2 tie, Minnesotans. 6 of the top 8 scorers at Sacred Heart are Minnesota players. And then
Sounds about right.
Yeah. And then Audrey Jackson scores on Friday for St. Anselm.
Fantastic. Penn State swept RIT and moves into the top 10.
All right.
It's a nice week for the Nittany Lions.
Well, that's the thing. Penn State has been just taking care of business. Caitlin Roberts scored on Saturday for Penn State. She's one of my favorite players for that team. She just digs and grinds. And then she does some really creative stuff with the puck. So fun to see Penn State, although that booted St. Cloud out of the top 10. St. Cloud moved into 11th. Wow. And then Robert Morris. So this is in the Atlantic Conference, Penn State. Robert Morris is the bottom team in that conference for standings. They're 1-7-2 in conference play, but I just saw that they got their first win. So I think that's super exciting. And they also tied this weekend against Lindenwood. So I just want to shout out Robert Morris because it cannot be easy to be 10 games into conference play and be getting your first win and your first tie. And they did that. So nice job.
The silver lining is that they get to live in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, like so they're playing hockey. Yeah, so it can just be a long season when you're getting a lot of losses. So nice job. I want to make sure they get shouted out for having a good weekend. But to remind everybody, Lindenwood lost 12-2 collectively over their 2-game weekend against MSU last weekend. So Lindenwood, I think I referred to them as like an easy team or something. Sorry, Lindenwood. Anyway, ECAC, Lindsay Avar scores, and Rory Gilday scores twice, and Cornell's weekend split with Colgate. They're both in the top 7 in the country, those two teams.
You're welcome, Cornell. We just handed you to your top players.
Yeah, you're welcome. Hockey East, Maine got an evasive win in an overtime goal against Harvard, and that goal was scored by Lily Fetch.
Yeah, that's your gal, Molly Engstrom, too.
That's my girl, Molly Engstrom. Right. So then I'm also excited for Maine to have gotten their 5th win of the year.
Hell yeah, go Black Bears.
Yep, they're battling, and they weren't afraid to play Wisconsin in spite of having a season that's like, 5-14 right now. And then Providence's Lily Hendrickson scored the game-winning goal in Providence's 1-0 win against Holy Cross. Hockey East top performers. This is like their version of Sharkbait NEWHA. Lily Fetch of Maine. So that's that overtime goal in their 3-2 win against Harvard. Lily Fetch has 12 points this year, 6 goals and 6 assists. And then Maggie Hansel, she scored Boston University's 2nd goal on Saturday on a power play, and she also blocked 3 shots that game in their split over Vermont. So she's got 6 points on the season, 1 goal and 5 assists. That goal was her sole goal this year. But I have a note to apologize to Maggie because I didn't add her name to the Summit scores that got posted on Twitter this weekend. And she's a Minnesota scorer. She's a Rochester native. And I just overlooked her because, like, when I saw Boston University, I was like, well, probably no Minnesotans.
Did somebody send you an email reminding
you?
No,
I just bullshitted my own bullshit, or just reviewed my own.
I don't think she's the only Minnesotan on that.
No, she's not. Either. There's like 6 Minnesotans on Harvard, on Boston University, but it feels like they barely score. So like sometimes when I see those games, I just skip over that. No, I just didn't recognize the name. Like I didn't recognize it from, there's a Minnesotan that scores all the time.
Ah, I gotcha.
And she's a defender, so like that makes sense. Like 6 points this season as a defender.
Yeah, she was on a really good Rochester Lured team.
Okay,
with a few other high-quality players. But she's been at BU. She's a senior this year, so 4 or 5 years. It's been a long time.
Yeah, so sorry, Maggie. And she was made one of the Hockey East top performers of the week. And then WCHA results, UMD. Okay, it's also all sweeps last weekend.
Okay.
UMD swept St. Cloud State 3-0 and 3-0. And then, let's see, so scores, Olivia Mobley scores. She's 2nd in the nation in, what is the stat that I put up here?
Shorthanded goals.
Yeah, congratulations, Olivia Mobley, although it's only 2. 2 shorthanded goals is 2nd in the nation. But
2's more than 1, 1's more than 0.
That's the thing, she's got the spot. It's a stat, she's in the spot. So University of Minnesota sweeps St. Thomas University 4-2 and 5-1. Nora Sauer, she scored on Friday night.
And then she showed up on Sunday and worked our Sunday skate.
Did the Sunday skate at the X. Wisconsin sweeps MSU 6-2 and 3-1, and Ohio sweeps Bemidji 6-0 and 4-0.
All right, so pretty chalk here.
It's the same, yeah.
Pretty chalk.
Same old. So other Summit scores for the weekend that didn't get noted. So Maddie Clough scored for St. Thomas. Emma Connor scored for U of M. Allie Franco scored for the University of Minnesota.
Yes.
Ava Lindsay scored for the University of Minnesota.
Yes.
And Audrey Wethington scored for the University of Minnesota. So also Audrey Wethington was announced as a finalist for the Hockey Humanitarian Award, which has been presented annually for 30 years to college hockey's finest citizen and a student athlete who makes a significant contribution not only to his or her team, but also to the community at large through leadership in volunteerism. So congratulations, Audrey, on being named to that list of finalists.
That sounds just like Audrey. She's worked our Gopher camp at least the last 2 years, and she's always been one of the players' favorites.
Yeah.
Audrey is always willing to take the kids to the auxiliary gym to play dodgeball or to walk them to the kickball field, and she does it with a smile, so I can't think of anybody better than Audrey Wethington to be a finalist for this award. And you know what? The Hockey Humanitarian Award, that might carry you a little bit farther than being a Patty Kazmaier Award winner because it shows that you have life skills as opposed to just hockey skills.
Well, multifaceted. Other Minnesotan, Josh Ludke of Minnetonka, was also named at that list. So he's a senior at SCSU. And then finishing with our summit scores from Saturday, Peyton Hemp scored for the U of M. Maddie Mashuga scored for MSU. Olivia Mobley had 3 goals on the weekend, by the way.
Nice.
And then Claire Vekic for MSU and Emily Zumwinkle for OSU. Fun to see Emily's name on there. Her sister gets a lot of hype playing for the Frost. And so it's nice to see Emily's name on the scoring sheet for Ohio.
Grace gets the hype, but we all know Emily's the best athlete.
All right, so other than with a weekly poll where there's very little changes happening for the Division I weekly poll, Wisconsin's at the top, Ohio State, Minnesota Duluth. I call them the 3 C's, Colgate, Cornell, Clarkson. St. Lawrence, where there's no Minnesota players. Penn State at 9th, so they're moving up from 11th. And that's about Boston University jumps from 31st to 14th, so that's a pretty big jump.
Wait, what? From last week?
Mm-hmm. Is that right? No,
The hell
that's
did they beat?
No. Look, I fixed it.
They beat like the Monstars.
No, they did. They went from the 13th to the 14th.
Oh, okay.
Good thing you have that correction this week instead of next week.
There was one tab, so one tab was hitting extra. One extra tab button.
I was gonna say, damn.
They must have done something really
But wait,
good.
are you looking at this right now? If I do this, look. Right now it says they went from 13th to 14th. But if I do this, suddenly it says they went from 31st to 14th. That is a honest mistake, guys. Not bullshit.
Guys.
So that's Division I results from last week. And then just like last week, we're like in the thick of conference play. All these conferences are going to have basically interconference play again this weekend. So
Yeah, we covered a lot of ground there.
we did cover a lot of ground there, and we'll do the same next week. So everybody's just trying to race for points right now.
Ooh, we got Wisconsin coming to town tomorrow.
I know they're going to be at St. Thomas.
Are you gonna go?
I'm planning on it.
Are
well,
you gonna go?
here's the thing. There was something else I'm doing. My mom's birthday dinner.
Skip it.
I don't know.
Skip it.
No. Well, Wisconsin's going to play twice at St. Thomas.
Yeah, but your mother is contractually obligated to love you.
Yeah.
But I don't get dinner paid for a lot. I'm not paying for this one.
You guys
Is
going
that
to
tomorrow night?
I think my brothers are paying. Yeah, tomorrow night.
You guys are going to Red Lobster or something?
Yeah, dude.
Wait, really?
Endless shrimp.
Are you going to Red Lobster?
No.
Oh, well then, who cares if it's getting paid for? If it ain't Red Lobster, I'm not going.
If it ain't Red Lobster, Red
Give
Lobster's
me those
like
cheesy
cheap.
biscuits.
Why don't you pick like another?
Red Lobster is not cheap.
Okay, if you're depending
Yeah,
on what
Red
you're
Lobster is
getting.
not cheap for the
If you're
Okay.
getting
for what you get.
I was gonna say, well, okay, it is cheap for what you get because you get crab. If you go somewhere and I get like actual crab,
imitation
it's
crab.
a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think it's imitation if it actually comes out of the shell.
No, then it's
It's
not.
a fake shell.
But you cannot
They
buy
fully
crabs.
plastic-
Oh yeah, they do have crab legs there.
yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
they got crab
Snow
legs.
crab.
Yeah. Okay.
My
The ones
grandma
that are
used to get
skinnier
for
than
me.
this pen.
My
That does
grandma
not
used to
count.
buy that for me. There was like a kids meal that was like snow crab.
Crab
and you
legs,
got-
fancy as fuck.
It's the best.
Yeah. You're just sitting there
All
eating
it-
crab
Best
legs.
day of the year.
Yeah.
All I'm hearing right now is a gang outing to Red Lobster.
Yeah.
So when are we going to Red Lobster,
In
guys?
matching jumpsuits.
No, I gave up on Red Lobster, but we should buy some crab legs and prepare them
Oh
ourselves.
yeah, there we go.
Why'd you give up on Red Lobster?
It's full of gluten.
It is. It's a lot of gluten there. My mom doesn't like it either.
So what chain restaurants?
Okay, yeah,
can
the
you
last
go
time
to?
I went to Red Lobster, I literally like posted, this is years ago, I posted on my stories about it. Like that's how bad it was.
There's got to be a gluten-free option at Red Lobster.
There's a few options, but overall, when you realize like,
The fake crab legs.
yeah, the fact you can't even have half of their meal items because they're like crap,
fried.
then you're like, well, this place isn't quite what I thought it was.
Oh, that
Yeah, I
means
feel
you
like as
can't
a
have
kid, it's like a
fancy.
godly.
There's
place.
live lobsters in the front entryway.
You're like, this is the coolest place I've ever been.
yeah.
Look at the fish nets.
Anybody
It's kind of
who's-
like anything.
anybody
chain
is
like
probably
that.
hanging
like
out there.
Chili's
It's
or
true.
like TGI Fridays.
TGI Fridays.
That used to be like a place where I was like, oh wow, this is cool.
Olive Garden.
And then I'm like, wow, it's just like.
Wait a minute,
random
there's a
chain
burger
restaurant.
joint at 494 in France.
Yeah, it's a burger.
Fuddruckers.
It's a Burger King.
Fuddruckers.
Oh, Fuddruckers?
Fuddruckers.
Oh,
okay,
no.
the other one, you guys. So before NHL games, there was a ground round off of 494, like in Portland or something.
Yeah.
So
I've been to the ground round before.
yeah, like you paid how much you weighed for your meal.
Oh God,
So when we would
that
go
seems
to
wrong.
North Star games, and my uncle would bring me, and all you had to do was stand on the scale. So it'd be like 49 cents for my meal
Oh.
at the ground round before
still
North
feels
Star
wrong.
games.
So hold on. So I weigh 170 on a good day,
So it'd be like
170 pounds. So it's
$1.70.
$1.70?
This was
Oh.
like 1989 though, like that $1.70.
So it's not $1.70 anymore.
The ground round doesn't even exist.
It's actually 170 now.
It's a Taco
See, that's
Bell
what I
now.
thought it
It's
was.
literally a Taco Bell, I think now.
Which is probably better.
You couldn't even get a taco for $1.29.
No, you
At
can't.
Taco Bell. Yes, you can.
Can you?
guys are just bad at ordering
$1.29?
at fast food restaurants.
Well, I mean,
yes.
you
You
use
cannot
the
get a
app.
taco for
There's a dollar
$1.29.
menu. There's
At
literally
Taco
Nothing
Bell.
is
a
a dollar.
spicy soft shell taco at Taco Bell right now. I guarantee you is a dollar.
With taxes, how much?
Probably $1.29.
$1.30 probably.
One taco.
You got to use the app.
I do use the app. App.
I don't even know how we got talking about tacos.
Because we were talking about this weekend,
Red
and you're going
Lobster.
out.
Frickin' starving.
Talking about Red Lobster.
You're going out for your mom's birthday dinner. But tomorrow, Friday, January 17th, we got some big games coming up. Bemidji State and St. Cloud State are going to play at 3 o'clock on a weekday, which annoys the crud out of me. Wisconsin coming to St. Thomas at 7 o'clock. Ohio State will be at Minnesota Duluth at 6 p.m. Ooh, we might need to send someone to that game. And Minnesota State will be taking on the Golden Gophers.
Noise.
Some good games this weekend.
I know that the conference play is fun, especially that these like there's so many
Oh,
teams in the
dang it.
BCHA that are like,
Never mind.
oh,
I can't go to the game tomorrow either.
We're at a more.
Because
Well,
we're going
so
to be in
I planned
Hibbing,
Hibbing.
Hermantown. Friday
can't-
night ice, baby.
yeah.
Saturday. Sounds like a.
As long as you're free at 3,
I'm gonna call Laura and tell her, "Hey, babe,
we got plans.
we are not doing what you want to do tomorrow. We're
Nope.
going
We are
to a
not
hockey game.
hanging
Welcome to
out.
married life,
We are not
where
doing
nobody
yard
matters.
work. How could
Welcome
nobody
to-
matter? Because we're doing what I want to do.
Oh, but it's
Welcome
yard
to
work.
married life where nobody matters.
Nobody matters.
Not a single person.
I kind of gave up on it.
Tried.
Maybe we'll dive into that in another episode.
Dive into Jossie's marriages.
Okay,
Yes.
results for D3. All I really have for results for D3 is this spreadsheet with actual standings. So,
Okay.
like, since we haven't talked a ton about D3, maybe we can just introduce some of our loyal listeners to
Just some of these weirdo teams
some of these
that you've
weird
been
freaking
finding.
teams and their names and their like locations and the fact that they have people from China on them. Like, what? Anyway, okay, what is the MAC? The MAC is, who
Is
knows?
it the Mid-America Conference?
Wilkes is leading the conference. While they're
It is mid-American.
Thank you.
okay, MASCAC, Worcester.
Massachusetts College Athletic Conference.
This is a fun game.
What does it stand for?
Stands for Massachusetts State Collegiate Athletic Conference.
That's a mouthful.
Okay,
It
they
is.
have a school called the Massachusetts College of Liberal Arts Trailblazers. Can you imagine
Oh, yeah.
cheering for that team?
Rolls right off the tongue.
I hope they just call them the Trailblazers.
I don't even know. I also like the Anna Maria. What is it? Oh, the AmCats. Okay, and then there's the Fs, but I'm not sure which league they're in. Okay, then there's the MIAC. So Hamlin, Gustavus, and Augsburg are tied, leading the MIAC.
Well,
Hamlin.
Davis has got some competition.
Yeah, is Hamlin even in the rankings? Yeah, Hamlin's 13th in Division 3 rankings.
Awesome.
Let's see. NCHA, what does that mean?
The first thing that came up was about horses, so I don't think that was it.
No, that's-
Northern Collegiate Hockey Association.
Okay, so the
Okay.
Milwaukee School of Engineering is in that conference.
Nice.
Let's see. So there's like Minnesotans on all these teams. So I spend some time this weekend pulling a
Well, tell
list
us
of
who
all.
are some of these Minnesotans are.
Well, we will, but first we're going through standings. I'm telling you okay. St. Norbert's leading the conference for the NCHA.
Snorbert.
NEHC,
New England Hockey Conference.
New England Hockey Conference, Norwich leads the conference. Elmira and UMass Boston are close behind.
Okay.
Salve Regina.
Is
Let's
it
see.
Solvay?
Seahawks. Seahawks. Let's see.
The NESCAC?
Yeah, what's the NESCAC?
That is the New England Small College Athletic Conference.
Jeez Louise. Okay, Bowdoin and Middlebury. So Middlebury is number 1 in the country, but they're not first in their conference. Bowdoin is leading the conference. Williams, is that the school that I love? They're like, yeah, the Williams Fs. I'm like, what's an F? Literally, their name is the William Fs, spelled
I hope they say
EPHS.
something like "We give no Fs" or something.
Yeah, it's the William Fs, EPHS. That's the mascot of the Williams. And is it even Williams College? And then look at it, it's a purple cow. It's like the cutest.
That thing's not cute. What
Yes,
are you
it
talking
is.
about?
Suniac,
That is the
State University, New York.
New York Athletic Conference. Oswego is leading that conference. UCHC.
That is United Collegiate Hockey Conference.
Okay, that's Nazareth. That's got Nazareth leading the conference.
Yeah, isn't Nazareth where like Jesus was born?
It feels like Nazareth has some sort of like December feel to it to me.
Jesus
So
of Nazareth.
Is it like a Catholic college?
Wow.
I would assume.
It's a really good question. I'm
I
still
bet
trying to
it
figure
is.
out how Williams is called the Fs.
It's okay. It's supposed to. I looked it up.
Oh.
Ephraim Williams is like the person the school is named after, so they just shortened up Ephraim.
Is it F's like EPH?
EPHS. Like there's got to be apostrophe in there. The F's.
Could have gone with like the Zephyrs.
Like what does their jersey even look like? Like
Yeah.
I'm thinking of this
Just got
this
some
Wildcats
It's like
jersey.
some man.
Some guy's portrait.
It's like the IHF mascot.
It's that purple cow. That's why they chose that purple and yellow cow. But like their name is literally the F's.
Ephraim?
That to me is amazing. Like, okay, CNE.
It says Commonwealth Coast Conference, which
That doesn't work.
stand for it, but that's what it's called.
Commonwealth
It's something.
Coast.
It
It's in
says
Virginia.
the New England, something of New England.
Colleges of New England.
Conference of New England.
Okay, Endicott's leading that conference by several games.
I believe that's where Robin Cook's daughter goes.
Endicott.
Oh,
I think she goes to Endicott.
Nice.
how random.
Yeah.
Johnson and Wales is a team in that conference. The Johnson and Wales Wildcats.
Nice.
I also like
The Canton.
Canton.
the
Kangaroos.
Canton Kangaroos.
That was in the Sunyak.
Nasuniak. Now,
like that.
like that is a sweatshirt or like
I
a
was saying
hat.
that
I'd get
too.
like a white hat that said like Canton University.
We were talking about this before when Peter wasn't
Kangaroos.
in the room, but like, it's like so much more fun when you're like a smaller college. Why don't you have like fun names? Like,
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Because the Jamestown
Kangaroos.
Jimmies want to be taken seriously.
what does that mean?
The Jimmies?
Yeah.
It's technically a knight on horseback.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you know that in other countries they call sprinkles jimmies?
Sprinkles? Like
Yeah,
sprinkles
like
on
sprinkles you put
a
on a cupcake.
What
They
are
call them
val-
jimmies?
That's weird. That's why
call
America's
them
number.
Jimmies?
That's why America's number one.
Okay, so D3, we do now have a spreadsheet with roughly 328 names on it. I'm missing like I think
We're
the
gonna read
Suniac
every one
schools
of them
and
for you
Northland.
right now.
But these, you guys, are all of the Division III hockey players in the country that are Minnesota born.
Dang.
There are 14,000 of them.
What? Not players, not all the players, just the
She said
Minnesota born
Minnesotan
ones.
born.
Yeah, there's probably 14,000.
No, there's 328 minus the schools from the Suniac and Northland because I didn't get to them yet. Because
Ready,
it was, like,
go.
late. It was like late, okay? Wait, where did I even put?
I thought we were going to read off all 328 names.
You know who you are.
What a blanket statement. You know
who you are.
NESCAC and Northland, there was like I had some problems at getting to their roster in an efficient way, and you know me, I like to do things efficiently. If I get held up, it's over. Okay, so here's the point. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 conferences in women's D3 college hockey in the United States.
That's a lot.
So that's the thing. It's like a lot. We definitely want to come to you guys with important Division III college hockey updates, but there's just a freaking lot.
Well,
so
then let's just stick with the MIAG.
no,
Mayak,
because then we
Wayak.
leave out all these top scorers, of which almost none are from the MIAC.
Our hockey pod is called the Women, emphasis on the MN.
Yeah, we don't just skip minutes. We don't just skip people.
No, she's saying the opposite of what you're saying.
Technically, I'm saying we should focus on the MIAC and WIAC, but you can still
Well, that's
Sprinkle
why
in some
this
Minnesota
list,
scorers.
if you look at D3 top 50 scorers and look for the names that are highlighted yellow, you will see the most important 12 Minnesotans. We are prepared to give you more good information on Division III hockey in the next several weeks because it's like the thick of the season. So we'll have scores to talk about. I think we talked about some of the D3 leading scorers last week. I didn't mention Bailey Olson, Catherine Bell, and let's say Kylie Jones. So they're in the top 10 for D3 scoring in the country, all with 17 points or more.
Fantastic.
All right. So let's just quickly recap U18 Women's Worlds. The championship game was on Sunday.
It was.
The United States lost to Canada.
Yeah, Canada 3-0, a shutout win over Team USA. Team USA finishes with the silver medal. Minnesotan Haley Box had a big role with Team USA. She had 3 goals and 6 points in a regular top 6 forward role. Maddie Kimmerell appeared in 6 games and ended up with 6 penalty minutes. And Macy Rasmussen dressed for 1 game. Finley Engford did not play, but then again, only Morgan Stickney played in goal. It looks like Morgan Stickney played every minute for Team USA.
Right. Well, and I mean, I guess I'm not that surprised. My review of their play from earlier in the week was that I was, I guess, less than impressed for the top that age women coming out of the United States, and they just didn't have what it took. It looked like almost all week. Like, yes, they won a lot of their games, but they couldn't pull through against Canada, and I don't think at any point during that game there seemed to be any question about who was probably going to win the game.
Bella Finale was named to the All-Directorate team for Team USA, and Slovakia's Nila Lapusanova was named Most Valuable Player with 5 goals and 11 points. So the team that went 1-3 and finished 7th out of 8 teams had a player who wasn't the leading scorer, but ended up being MVP.
Yeah, so Canada wins the championship and has the leading scorer, and
Striker's
she doesn't win.
Blocky.
She doesn't win MVP, but that's probably like literally. I mean, that's get eyes on this player, right? She's coming over here to play
Nila?
next year.
Oh, she's a known commodity. This is the second time she was named MVP.
Yeah,
of the
I mean,
U18
like they
Women's
want to
World.
spread that around.
Why?
It's kind of like
Can
when we
you explain
gave.
to me why they would give the MVP to someone like that?
So I would not have done that, but that also opens us up to the whole, well, you didn't watch the games. I
Yeah.
think if you're thinking in terms of, okay, without Lapusanova, Slovakia would have been just stonewalled the whole time.
Like she's that
I think
good.
she factored
She
into...
carried that team to their third place win, or what did they take?
Yeah,
third?
It's
no,
basically
they took
like how
7th.
she stands out on her own team.
Oh yeah, they're 1-3.
They took 7th. But what
they didn't even
what
they
I'm
didn't even show up,
what I'm
actually.
trying to do on this utterly ridiculous IIHF website, which makes tracking these stats kind of upsetting to me. Slovakia lost its first game 6-2 against Canada. So there's 2 goals for Slovakia that they scored the entire time. Then they lost 6-3 to Czechia, so 5 total goals. And then they lost 5-3 to Switzerland. So there's, 8 total goals? Is that right? Are we following?
I think that's girl math.
You had a 35 on the ACT and you had a 37 on the ACT, so you guys aren't following the math.
It's not even.
I got 1 extra point because I brought banana bread to the guy that was fucking doing it.
I think so. They scored 14 total goals, I believe, and she factored into 11 of them. So yeah, maybe without
She really is truly an
Lapusanova,
MVP.
That's
yeah,
fair.
valuable.
They don't take the same. They don't use the
I
same
just feel
algorithm
like
as YHH to get
I
their
was gonna say,
MVP.
I also feel like in general, like the way to give an MVP is like a team that did well. You have to give it to a team that does well.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
It
how
feels
valuable
weird to
are
me.
you?
It feels weird to me that they would give it to someone.
Well, I just think
Comes
that
in
they're like
seventh
they're
place.
thinking about more than just that little tournament. Like
Yeah.
they're looking for headlines. They're looking
Yeah.
for ways to get more people talking about
She's also
other countries.
she's the most marketable female U18 hockey player, I think, in the world right now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. It makes sense. But I wonder if
makes
they
sense,
pulled
I
pulled
guess.
that Canadian aside. Like, you really did earn it, but we wanted to give it to. We
I
want
know,
to
I
spread
kinda
out.
feel bad
We
for
want
her.
to. This is what we did at the combine this summer. Like, just so you know, you were the true MVP. But
But
we want to make sure everybody gets a chance
We want-
at MVP.
so striker Zablocki of Canada
wanted
ends up
too
being the
much.
tournament's leading scorer.
Secretly, you can have this MVP plaque.
Chloe Primorano was also named to the All-Directorate team. She was last year's most valuable player from Team Canada, and she's a current University of Minnesota Golden Gopher.
Yeah.
Golden Gopher. So congratulations to Chloe.
Chloe Primorano.
Yep.
All right,
And the
so yeah,
Czechs
that
took
wraps up
bronze.
some international play up and through April, pretty much. If
Well,
my
you've got a note.
calculations are
You've got a
correct.
note here about the 2025 Women's Worlds, the adult Women's Worlds.
That's April, right?
Yes, April 9th to the 20th in
Yeah.
Česká Budějovice, Czechia.
So yeah, stay tuned because that's the next up on international play. Like right now, we're just like super focused on season play at PW and college,
Hell yeah.
NCAA. So we'll just keep reporting on that. PW.
Yeah. Last week, our last Sunday, they did that. What did they call
Takeover
that?
tour.
Takeover tour. I keep
That's
on
been
forgetting
like
the name.
so
Takeover
successful.
tour.
So they did it in Colorado,
Denver.
in Denver.
They set a
And
record, didn't they?
Why did I write Arizona?
Well, because
Apparently
they
I
should go
wasn't
there.
thinking. Okay, so they had a 4-2 win over the Montreal
The
Victoire. Sorry, I'll try to pronounce it in my
Wait, let's
American
not-
accent.
Victoire.
We're going to 16 minutes of us just saying Victoire.
And there were 14,018 people, which was a U.S. attendance record.
That
for
is like
women's
so
hockey.
exciting, you guys. These freaking
sick.
fans are
Awesome.
showing up for
Yeah,
this
and
takeover
they were
tour.
chanting, "We
We
want
want
a
a
team."
team.
It was really epic.
I actually that like gave me chills.
I know. It was
Give
such-
these
it
people
was
a
really
freaking
cool.
team.
It was very cool.
Did
I love
anybody
it.
hear that? Like they won one.
Did anybody hear that?
That was so good though.
I
Like
like
I would
that.
have loved to have been there. That would have made me
I
feel
think
so warm.
Hensley is also a native to Denver.
I believe she's a Colorado
and so
native.
there were a lot of people there for her. It was very sweet. She got such a warm
That's
welcome.
cool. That's cool.
That was a 4-2 win, and then last night they lost in. I watched this game on TV because it was in New York. But they lost in OT, and it was such a bummer because they were winning 2-1, and then like a minute left. There was, first of all, there was a penalty for like 2 minutes, where it was 4-on-6 because they pulled their goalie. And then they scored. It was like super, super scramble at the net. The puck just got poked through her legs. It was Rooney playing. So it was like about a minute left, and they tied it up. And then they went to the 3-on-3 overtime, and nothing happened. And then they went to a shootout. It was like 7 people.
And everything happened.
Yeah, and then they lost. Bummer.
Aw, dang.
But
Dang
they
it.
get 1 point for a tie or for an overtime
Okay.
loss.
So
And
the
I
Frosts
saw-
are still hovering around the top of the
They're the
standings.
top.
So
They're still
I
like-
wrote that down. They are number 1. They have 20 points. The next person is Montreal, and they have 17. So we're beating them
They're
by 3
getting
points.
close.
Yeah, eat
Kendall
it.
Coyne Schofield was the third star of the game in that
She
game.
got 2 goals and 1 goal and 1 assist. Sorry, 2 points is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
And then the Frost this week, they play tonight at the Victoire.
Victoire.
And then after that, they have 3 home games in a row. So
Yes, I have
your
them on my
calendars.
calendar.
Some
Some of them conflict with the 15 UBs, but some don't.
Sunday, or not Sunday. Why do I keep saying the wrong words? Tuesday, the 21st. They play Ottawa at 6 p.m. at the
I want to
XL
go with
Energy
that,
Center.
and I can't.
You want to go to that one?
I want to because Carla's going to be there.
Yeah.
Carla.
McLeod.
Also, I was looking at they are 7. They're over their record, including their overtime wins and losses, is 7-4. They have 7 games that went to OT.
Ew.
7.
That's
I
a
just thought
lot
that was
of OT
crazy.
games.
I was like,
yeah, they're just
dang.
trying to get some free ice. They're like
Seriously.
efficient. They're like, I'm going to keep them on my radar because they're doing things the way I would.
It's always like
They get a discount on
unfortunate.
ice.
Entertaining.
It's always
Yeah.
unfortunate because you like think they're gonna win.
As long as it's not 0-0 going into overtime.
Yeah, most of the time it's not.
That would be tough.
Yeah, last night it was 2-2 going into overtime. And then the other important news that Peter really liked was that they wore ski suits.
Okay,
Those
those were
were so
amazing.
cool.
Those are Tipsy Elves. I see those on Marketplace all the time,
Oh.
and I've like almost pulled the trigger on buying one of those so many freaking times.
Tipsy
like,
Elves. That's
what
where
Tipsy,
it's from.
Tipsy Elves does like a current version of like a vintage looking suit, but if you spend your time on Marketplace like I do, I'm like an antiquer. I'm like an antiquer that doesn't leave my bedroom couch.
I also don't buy anything. I like look
I
at
rarely
stuff.
do, but once in a while I'm like, boom, like, oh no, now I gotta go
Basic
to, now I gotta go to freaking
You
Red
think
Wing.
it's
This
close.
is so dumb.
The worst is when you think it's close, and then you're like, oh yeah, I'll come pick it up. And
I don't
then-
need it to be a. I don't need it to be a snowsuit. I
almost
just
done.
need it to be a. I just need it to be a windsuit.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a snow.
I want
Like
the
I don't
colors.
need to spend
I want the
$300.
onesie. It's a onesie.
So
It combines a
it's
bunch
just
of our
another
needs.
onesie that we need.
We
I
could
don't
probably get it
want-
YHH.
I don't want a onesie.
Okay, it doesn't
I don't
have to be a
want a onesie
onesie. It
anymore.
can
Look,
be a
I just
twosie.
I think it was apropos that they wore their après ski outfits in Denver.
In Denver, I know.
Après
It was
ski.
very
And
good.
that we had just talked about onesies like a few days earlier. They're clearly popular. And
Yeah, and they listen to our podcast.
well,
Clearly.
and I would be
Obviously.
willing to consider switching out some of our plans for the ski suit.
Oh yeah. Well, I feel like I could wear it less places though.
I'd wear the ski suit to like everything.
The other thing I wanted to point out was that this Sunday they play another Takeover Tour game. Not the Frost. It's the Charge versus the Victoire. It's in Quebec City.
Ooh.
That is on the short list.
How many?
I believe.
Let's guess attendance. I'm guessing
A lot.
19,089.
Are they playing it at the Videotron Center?
It is at the Videotron Center.
Okay, so the Videotron Center.
Can hold.
Friday at 1, you guys, we might be able to hang out then.
Oh yeah. Wait, that's Sunday at 1, not Friday at 1.
Oh.
Sunday at 1.
But
Is there anything cool going on Sunday?
NFL playoffs.
Sorry guys.
Anyways, and then the
18,259 seats. So I'm going to say they get
18,000.
I'm going 18, like
That's-
18,089.
I bet it's well. They just had one in Canada.
19,004.
Yeah, it was a lot. It also
It was the
most
highest
attended
attended
game.
all time, both countries.
It was the most attended game too of that stadium. Who plays in that stadium?
Vancouver Canucks.
It was they haven't had to turn out that.
Yeah, it was
whole
like
year.
it was Vancouver
That
showed
much.
the F up.
Yeah, it was good.
Nice.
Peter, does that make you feel better when I like shorten it? It's other
The
words.
F
to what?
to F.
Today's
Oh, no,
theme
I-
of today's episode is the F word.
I don't
of
mind
today's
you. I don't
episode.
mind you saying it. It just feels like we've said it a lot today.
The other thing that I would like to point out before we end this, because my camera officially shut off,
No.
is that the first PWHL goal was scored by Melissa Channel. Scored her first PWHL
Yes.
goal.
Congrats, Melissa.
And she shot literally from the point.
She
Like,
ripped it.
Was just
I
a
can't believe
really
how long
fast
that
shot.
puck sat out there, though. That looked like time stood still for 2 seconds
did.
while that puck sat in the high slot, and then she just comes and
She
rips
just
it.
whacked it.
She was pretty excited about
and then
that.
stat leaders in the PWHL, Sarah Fillier has 11 points. And then the next 10 points is tied by 3 people, Kendall Coyne, Carpenter from New York, and then
Alex.
Emma Thompson? No. What's her name?
Abby.
Claire Thompson.
Claire
from,
Thompson.
From the Frost.
Yeah,
She's
so we got
got
2 in the
9
top.
assists,
Nice.
which is crazy. And
Nice.
then Britta Curl is tied for the most goals in the league. And she's got
What's
5.
up?
Yep.
That girl curl.
All right, so we're gonna find a Frost game
Yeah.
It's like-
that we're gonna go to.
I just want to
You know,
thank
we
you
could
guys a
do-
lot for like always
think
at
it's
least letting me have plans.
Away
January
games.
28th.
Away games? We could go to the women's sports bar.
Oh yes,
It's fun. It's right by my house.
I'll make.
Yeah, it's by your house. That's
I'll
why
send you
wanna
guys a
go.
big calendar
No,
invite.
it's nice. It's cool.
No.
Go to a bar of their own. It's fun.
We're
They've got
going
a
to
bunch
Sunday.
of cool
We're going to
merch.
Sunday. It's full of Wham hockey players.
Oh, actually?
Yeah, because Augsburg is like across the street.
Cool.
Kayla's like, no, I'm not gonna go now. No.
She's
No.
like, forget it. Those people smell bad.
They s-
Whoa.
We do.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Well, so thanks for bearing with us for this
Hour and
hour
15
and
minutes.
95-minute
hour and
review
95
of women's
minutes.
hockey from last week.
You guys learned who would function well in prison and who
Was
would
bad
not.
student at school.
Literally.
Who was good at school, who spent a lot of time in the hallway, who cut Skip's pants with a pair of
Sorry.
scissors.
I'm really sorry, Skip.
Shout
But you
out
know what?
Skip.
I already got punished. I already was at the principal. We shouldn't even have to talk about it
Do you know
again.
if Skip's doing well?
Is Skip okay?
It's taking Skip a lot of
Did he
time.
recover from that incident?
Do you know where he is?
Yeah,
I'm
they're
gonna
on
look this
Facebook.
guy up.
Dude,
I'm gonna
find
look
him.
this guy up.
Find him on FB
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll keep. Yeah, we'll follow up next week.
On Skip's
with
life.
the kid that you.
Thank God we'll know about Skip. I'm really worried about him.
And did I replace his pants or not? I'll let you know
once
next
you
week.
get his once you get your pants cut, there's
The
no
hole
going
is
back.
official. You can't just unhole the pants.
Okay, cut
it.
everything. Cut everything.